morning. Welcome to Candidly Krystal. I am Krystal Pino.
And I am Krystal Stark.
And this is our weekly lifestyle and entertainment show where we get to chat with you and catch up, and we get to see what's happening in your life. We talk about what's happening in our life. And of course, we introduce you to some amazing guests. Tonight is no different. We have two guests tonight. Tracy Conklin from Artemesia is our first guest. And let me just tell you, this is one of those episodes where I wish it was scratch and sniff, where when she comes on, I wish you could smell all these delicious soaps and scrubs that she's going to be showcasing tonight. So I'm excited for her.
They smell so good. I have been just sniffing myself all day because I smell amazing from all of her products. And our second guest is the tax man, but a good tax man, a tax man in a good way. We welcome Kevin Shumaker, Mr. Tax and Sax, to answer all of your tax-related questions. But before we go any further, we need to pick our wind down word of the day. If you're new to our broadcast, it is a word that we pick and we put on the screen for the entire broadcast. And whenever anyone says that word, we get to take a sip. The real reason why we do the show, the real reason while you watch, and then you hear that sound, and that's how you know it's time to drink. And so
if you don't hear the sound, you hear the words drink, right?
Yeah,
Krystal,
I do.
After a couple of those words, I start to lose focus of the harp.
Yeah. And I'm like, she said it. I'm going in, whether I hear the harp or not.
True story. Yeah, so help us figure out what that's going to be. Enter that in the comments, whether you're watching on Twitch, YouTube, or Facebook. We will show all those comments on the screen. And since I brought that up, why don't we thank everybody who is watching the rebroadcast of the show? We appreciate you coming back. Remember, at any time, you can go to candidlykrystal.com to watch the show live or to catch up on past episodes. So to everybody who's watching the rebroadcast, we are so thankful that you're joining us. Feel free to comment throughout the entire show. And you know what, Krystal, I feel like we should also give much love to the viewers that come back every single week. People like Christine, Francine, Tess, some of our amazing viewers who come back every single week.
The top fans, because they know.
We love Jackie. Yes. Hopefully Jackie's watching tonight. We appreciate you all every single week. Thank you so much.
We do. It's like our little family, our little Candidly Krystal family that we get together and do what families do best. Drink? No, I don't know.
Drink, judge each other. I don't know.
All the normal family things you'll find right here. But I am excited to drink and would like to think of a wind down word. If you have thought of one that you think would be good for this week, type it in the comments. Oh, Francine, you make our week. I love the heels. Ooh, look at all that red. Red heels, red wine, and red hearts, Francine. Yes. Thank you. We have Easter coming up.
Yeah, I can't focus on that right now because so tomorrow is April Fool's Day, right? That's what everybody's looking at. So everybody usually can get excited about that, which I usually do. However, tomorrow also happens to be my youngest daughter's birthday. Penelope turns 7 tomorrow. Now, you would think that I'm like focusing on her birthday and her party. No, she has me stressed out because she is literally plotting how to prank me tomorrow. She doesn't even bring up anything to do with her birthday. She talks about wanting to make sure that she can prank me. So I feel like I need to have my head on a swivel. I'm going to wake up tomorrow morning. She's going to have like a dummy in her bed and she's going to be like pop out of nowhere. So happy birthday, Penelope.
Happy birthday, Penelope.
You are the epitome of an April Fool's baby. God has a great sense of humor and I'm so happy you're mine. Mine and Daddy's.
I cannot wait to hear what she does because she's a feisty little thing. And to have an April Fool's birthday, like she's making the most of it. That's awesome.
Yeah. People ask her about it and they're like, what do you want for your birthday? She's like, I don't know. I'm going to prank people. I'm like, that's your present? Like, that's my kid.
Best present ever. Because she can get away with it because it's April Fool's and it's her birthday. So like, she can't really get in trouble. No. She's just a win-win situation. She's just going to go around, do whatever she wants for a whole day. That is the best birthday.
No, it's true. I mean, really, I think about it. Like there's very few things that she could do where she would actually get like, you light my pants on fire or something, which I would not put past her, then yes. Everything else, so I got to take it in stride and kind of laugh it off. I'm going to throw it up one more time because I know she's watching. Happy birthday, Sweet Pea. You are amazing. We love you. And we hope you have a great day. Take it a little easy on Mom, if you could. You got a dad too. He might enjoy it. Oh, look at her.
She's watching, saying thank you. She's so cute.
So yeah, that's mine. But something else I feel like we got to show a little bit of love to. The Arizona women's basketball team is going to the Final Four for the first time ever in school history. I mean, this is a big deal for this program. And as you know, I obviously love all sports. However, this particular program has a special place in my heart because they allowed me to live out one of my dream jobs, which was being an in-game host for a huge sports team. And because of that, I feel really close to this program because I was able to watch them every single game before COVID, just completely dominate. So I couldn't let it pass today. And I know you couldn't either, Krystal, without saying congratulations.
Yes.
Bear down, Arizona. And please, let's take it all. I am so excited.
All the way so that we can see Pinot do the dab again. That's all we want. Or to emulate an emoji.
Yeah, this is the emoji cam that they have during the game. Those were what, sometimes they gave me good ones. Other ones I had to figure it out. I have to also point this out. One of my favorite tweets about them winning was this one. Me 5 months after I had my second kid versus Adia Barnes 5 months after having hers. Yeah, I don't think people know that. Adia just had her second child in September. So for her, I mean, it makes me like, dang, I have the same 24 hours as Adia. She's over here going to the Final Four. I'm over here stuffing my face and waiting for a wind down word.
We all have our gifts. Okay.
True story. This one too. I got to shout this one out. Look at her taking care of that trophy, taking care of the baby, that Final Four trophy. So shout out again.
That third baby.
Arizona women's basketball team, Adia Barnes, every single person a part of the program. Congratulations. I know that this is huge and it's just the beginning for this program. And honestly, I really feel like we have it in us to take it all this year. So ladies, bear down. Candidly Krystal will be cheering loudly, much like the city of Tucson and the state of Arizona. And we hope to see you kick butt on Friday in the Final Four. Yes, go, Krystal.
Yes. Woo! It's my alma mater right there.
Yes, it is.
That's so cool. So I have to get to this wind down word because I want to drink. We have Francine saying spring.
Like it.
That's a great one. Also, U of A. That might be a good one too. Basketball. All kinds of different options that we have for that. If you have an idea for the wind down word, put it in there in the comments and let us know. I just have to tell you really quick about my wardrobe malfunction that I had on stage the other night at a wedding. And I had a dress that had like 4 clasps in the back. The bottom one was broken. I was like, it's cool. I got 3 other ones. It's fine, right? And so I'm like dancing and I'm in front of the drummer. And he's like, hey, Krystal, your clasp is undone. I'm like, dude, it's fine. I got 3 others. It's fine. But not really when I decided that I wanted to jump all around the stage and try to get my cardio in as well while I was working. And the whole back of my dress went, bah!
No.
Yes. And so I was like, whoo! And I put my arms out at my side. And so I'm like, doing one of these. I get through my song, jump off the stage, find the photographer. Because I'm like, you will help me. Please help me. And she's trying to clasp it. She's like, they all broke. I'm like, oh no. We were in the first set of 3. So we had all night. I look over on the table and it was like there was a beam of light from heaven shining down on one giant safety pin.
No.
It wasn't anyone's. It was just there on the table. And I was like, yeah. And I grabbed it. I handed it to her. She pinned me up nice and tight. I felt secure. And I came back. The whole band was just like,
gosh. Wow. Yeah. So basically the drummer saw what the stork saw though, right? Got woo.
Yeah, you got a little extra view, a little glimpse. But I ain't mad at it. Now I have a safety pin that I keep in a special area in my gig bag just in case that ever happens again. Because that was kind of terrifying. But
especially when you're in the middle of a set. I mean, I can understand right before going on stage is one thing, but to keep your composure knowing that everything's all coming out back there.
It's like, what are you going to do? It's not my first wardrobe malfunction. Probably won't be the last. But now I have my safety pin, so I'm good to go. And Bear Ford is saying that our lash game is on fire. Oh, thank you. We've been missing you too, Bear. Thank you for tuning in. Yes.
Yeah, I got my magnetic ones on today. Different kind. The one Hall's got us. I got those ones on today.
I need more. I need more of those. Mine are glued on and they are barely hanging on. So I need to reach out for her. But what do you say? We pick a wind down word.
All right. So let's see. We've got some contenders in there. We can theme it out U of A. We can do like cats. Or we can stick with spring. What do you think?
It's going to be spring for a while. I'm good with cats.
All right.
It's kind of a different one, but we can keep throwing in the fact that our girls are represented in the Final Four every time we get a chance.
One more time. Best picture of all time. Look at this team. All of them.
Yes.
Such an amazing group of women. I mean, just on and off the court, I had the pleasure of chatting with some of them, and they're just all genuinely good people. Ari, Sam, Kate, all of them. So I'm excited. Make sure you're watching on Friday. Do not miss the game. Loud and proud Tucson. We got to make sure that they can hear us in San Antonio all the way from the old Pueblo for sure.
Mm-hmm. That is a good one.
I don't know. What do you say? Should we jump inside the Kiki Korner?
Yes!
Go.
Let's have a Kiki. I want to have a Kiki. Lock the doors. Tight. Let's have a Kiki. Mother. I'm going to let you have it. Let's have a Kiki. I want to have a Kiki. Turn. Let's have a Kiki. We're going to serve and turn.
So this first story has me laughing a little bit, and I shouldn't, because I shouldn't give way, and I should let you guys all laugh on your own. But when you hear the first sentence, you're going to laugh. Mm-hmm. Prince William was declared the world's sexiest bald man. I'm sorry, when Dwayne Johnson still lives on this planet. Wait, what?
Mm-hmm.
What? According to a highly scientific review conducted by The Sun and UK-based cosmetic surgery specialists, William was described as sexy 17.6 million times. He beat out fellow baldies like Michael Jordan, Pitbull, Jason Statham, and of course, The Rock. Now, you know Dwayne, he doesn't bite his tongue. He lets you know, oh my God.
I mean, when you put it side by side, who did this? Who did this survey?
Wow.
Yeah, it doesn't seem accurate. They need to revisit that.
I mean, I always thought growing up that Prince William was very handsome. And then I swear him and Harry like switched places. Like all of a sudden Harry came in clutch and now I'm like, oh, Ginger's showing up here. Okay, Gingy.
Okay. Bring that heat, Ginger.
This particular one, though, I'm baffled. The Rock decided to tweet out, which we all remember this saying from last week, the Cinnamon Toast Crunch and the shrimp incident.
Yes.
The Rock tweeted out, what in the cinnamon toast does this happen when Larry David clearly has a pulse?
Yeah.
Demanding a recount. I love that he's so modest that he didn't even say it's for him. He said it was for Curb Your Enthusiasm's Larry David.
I love The Rock. And look, here's Larry David. Look at him. He's like confused as well. How did I not win? That's the face he has, which he should have. But what I think is even sexier is something we don't get to see very often. And that is a young Larry David. Are you ready for it?
Oh, I'm ready. Oh,
he was still bald.
What?
I found this photo and cried. I was like, how long have you been? Were you born bald? Like, were you born with the receding hairline? Because that's a long time to be that bald.
And I mean, how was there hair everywhere but there?
I know. And you couldn't, like, I'd be trying to fold it over and like glue it down.
Okay, Donald, really? Hardcore comb over here?
If I look like that, yes. It's either that or I'm shaving it all off.
That is a glorious hairstyle, though. Wow.
That's a glamour shot.
You know which one we should have pulled up? The one from The Rock back in the day when he has his fanny pack on and that like black turtleneck.
Yeah. But it's still hot, but he's still hot, rocking his fanny pack.
Listen, I said people were going to laugh at it, and probably now everybody's like, what? But we have to consider the source, right? This came out of the UK. Of course they're going to put Prince William first.
Yes. What else are they going to do? You know, the other contender was Stanley Tucci, who is very sexy in his own right. But when you see them all together, I mean, The Rock. Come on. With that velvet blazer, who can wear that but The Rock? Still rocking the turtleneck. Yes.
Oh my gosh. Look at my mom talking about my dad. Krystal, your dad looks pretty good. He wears it well. I mean, not wear it because my dad is bald as well.
We know that I have an affinity for bald men because, yes, Megan Swanson used to feel the same way because both of my husbands have been bald. So I definitely have a type. I like the bald man, but not this kind of bald. Just
don't knock it until you try it.
What is it?
My husband has a full head of glorious hair that when he lets it grow out, it's like this curly, amazing. I only get to see it every now and then. Otherwise, it's short. Oh yeah, my husband, if he let his hair go, I'll have to ask him. There's a picture of him from high school when he did his hair like Justin Timberlake with the blonde curly roots, and his, because he has the curly hair, he did the blonde roots. Yeah. Our girls laugh at it like, Dad, you frosted your tips.
Oh my goodness.
But it's one of my favorite hairstyles on him.
That's great. I mean, everybody has their own do. Mine is rough tonight, so I'm rocking my headband.
You're
keeping
beautiful.
It up.
Always.
Oh, well, right back at you, my friend. And you know who I also think is beautiful? I just wanted to talk about this story because Ariana Grande is joining NBC's The Voice as a coach next season. What? The Grammy-winning superstar will be replacing Nick Jonas on the singing competition series for season 21, and it'll kick off later this year on September 20th. Ooh, I cannot wait. So she shared this post on social media, posting a picture in the leopard dress, which I love. That's fabulous.
Yes,
she can make anything like fabulous. She says, surprise, that she's thrilled and she's honored to be joining Kelly Clarkson, John Legend, and Blake Shelton next season. And I think she's going to be one to beat.
I think so too.
Yeah, she's got her finger on the pulse of a lot of things right now. So I can't wait to see what she does and who she picks and how she grooms them.
Is she wearing cats?
Oh, I think.
She is, isn't she? Isn't that a cat?
She is. There's so many. Mm-hmm. She might as well be purring over there with all them cats.
Right? Meow.
Yes.
So something that you and I have no interest in doing, having a child right now. Spring is in the air. What did they call it on Bambi? Twitter-pated?
Yes, Twitter-pated. Oh my gosh, I forgot about that.
Yeah, so everybody's Twitter-pated and we're having all these babies. So in the last week, Hilary Duff, Emma Stone, Bindi Irwin, they have all welcomed child in the recent days. Now, the one that I saw that totally stopped me from scrolling immediately was the picture that Hilary Duff posted. 33 years old with her and her 3 children and her husband. Obviously, she did an at-home birth. And usually pictures like this, I'm kind of like, I'm okay with people sharing, but then sometimes I'm like, some things are left for at home. But I just think that this is so beautiful. Yeah. And I'm actually kind of appreciating that she allowed people to see this because this is a very intimate portrait.
It's gorgeous. And, I love that the whole family got to be a part of the experience and be there for the birth of her 3rd child and see what it is. And that's such a rare experience to have. I have 2 boys, and I'm sitting here thinking, man, if they marry a female and have a child, like, am I going to be able to see like this birth? You know, is this woman going to let me into the room? So like, I am envious of this photo and everybody that got to be there and participate. It's just gorgeous.
Aww. And I love the name, May James Blair. That is a cute name. I also mentioned Emma Stone. Her and her husband, they welcomed their first child. Dave McCary is her husband. We found out that they actually got married September of last year. They got together in 2017. And then, of course, announcing they had their child. Bindi Irwin, welcomed her first child, Grace Warrior Irwin. And, they also had a picture up on Instagram announcing the birth of their child. So congratulations to all these new mommies in Hollywood. I know me and Krystal will drink while you have children.
Yay! That's a good trade-off.
Cheers to not being pregnant.
Yes. Amen to that, sister. For sure.
All right,
I mean,
everybody.
I think that's our entertainment news.
We got our goods inside the Kiki Korner. If you ever want to join us, please send us an email, candidlykrystal@gmail.com. You can always join us inside the Kiki Korner, sip some tea, do a little gossip, get our Hollywood talk on. candidlykrystal@gmail.com. It's the Kiki Korner.
Let's have a Kiki. I want to have a Kiki. Lock the doors. Tight. Let's have a Kiki. I'm gonna let you have it. Let's have a Kiki. I want to have a Kiki.
Yes, and now I say we bring these amazing, stellar guests onto the show. We are going to welcome our first guest now. Tracy Conglin is the owner of Artemesia here in Tucson. So we want to bring her on and showcase all of these goodies, soaps, salts, and scrubs. Krystal and I have our goodies right here on hand so we can talk to you about our experience with the products. But please, everybody, welcome and make some noise. Round of applause for Tracy. Hi, Tracy. Welcome to the show. How you doing?
Hi.
Hi. Thank you for coming on.
Hello. Thank you for having me.
Of course. And again, as I mentioned while we were kind of talking before the show, thank you again for sending Krystal and I some of your amazing products. Yes. It gave us the opportunity to see how beautiful everything is. Yes. And like Krystal said, she had the hand cream on. I've been smelling my hands too since I put mine on because they smell so good. Let's talk about your products and how they're made. And we saw on the screen Sauvignon.
Yes,
and you said Sauvignon. What does that mean, Tracy?
That's a fancy French word for soap maker.
Oh.
I love it. So let's talk about your products. You make the soap. So let's chat a little bit about that. What are some of the products that you offer? Do we lose? Are you there, Tracy? Can you hear us?
Yeah, your sound. I mean, your sound keeps cutting in and out. Sorry.
That's okay.
So you were asking me about my soaps, how I.
Yeah, tell us about all of your products.
Okay, so first of all, my I say I do the lotions and oils to support my soap habit. So that's my most favorite thing to do. And I do 2 types. I do a glycerin soap and a cold process soap. The glycerin soap is it's already soap. We just get to, I guess that soap is all from scratch. So that's my real favorite. And so I can make it however I want, using whatever ingredients enough. Yeah. And then of course,
awesome. We're having a little bit of technical difficulties. I want to make sure that we can hear you and people can hear what you're saying. I'm sorry, Tracy. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
So, yeah.
Go ahead.
No, that's okay. No, I was just saying, and then I do I always make the soap, and then because I use the oils and whatnot, that's how I ended up getting also to doing the lotions and oils and stuff.
Yum. Love it.
Well, they're wonderful. And I just have to say, I have to say to everybody watching that I had a little spa day with Tracy's products today, and I took a bath and I used this salt scrub. So it is the Honey Almond and Oats Cleansing Salt Scrub. And I got like my feet and my legs, and it smells so good. Like Krystal said, we wish it was scratch and sniff so you can smell this. But you know, I've used a lot of scrubs over the years, and this is just, it has such a thick consistency to it. And the smell, of course, is amazing. And I felt like I really was able to slough off a lot of skin with it. And speaking of sloughing, your Desert Rain loofah soap. Okay, listen to this. This is soap that has, I used it, so I just have the packaging left. This is soap that has a loofah in it. So you know, like those back loofahs that you can like get your back with? This soap has it inside of it. And I was able to, yes, look at that. That's soap and a loofah all together. And it works so well. If you want to exfoliate, that is what you need. That and this scrub, ooh, you got a whole new body of skin.
Yes.
Yes, Tracy. And then the other thing, the Cowgirl soap, I took it out of the packaging, smelled amazing. Yeah. I was like, oh, love it. Love everything.
I was going to say, this soap right here, keep your feet single ready.
Single and ready to mingle. And then it says hand cream, but you can put some on your feet too.
Yeah.
I love it. You know what? It's really hard sometimes to find a good body scrub that not only does what it's supposed to do, but doesn't smell terrible. I feel like I found some that smell so good and then they were terrible, or ones that didn't smell good and they worked really well. And like you said, so you got the salt scrub, I got the sugar scrub. Ooh. Oh my goodness. I did not want to so I have very, very dry skin. I have dry hands. I have everywhere. I'm just dry all over the place. And when I got out of the shower after using your the salt scrub, I felt like I have never felt my skin so velvety. That's what it felt like to me, was like velvet and like baby soft. Like what I could compare it to was like a baby's butt, like so soft. And my skin has not been like that in forever, especially here where I live in Saurita. The water is so hard here that I need that additional love in the shower from products like you sell, Tracy.
Mm-hmm.
That boost. Yes. So one thing that I was actually checking out on your website, Tracy, is that you have classes. Is that right? You offer classes?
I do. I have I offer soap making and lotion making classes. Those are 3 hours each. And then also in my store, I have where you can come in and you can make a quick project. And it's only like, 10, 15 minutes, but you can do roller balls, make masks, also salts and stuff like that. And then I have like over 30 different oils that you can choose from that you can flavor your projects with.
Oh my goodness, that sounds like a dream. And then I did just
start doing, or also start. Yeah, so and then starting this weekend, you'll be able to walk in and do it. Because of COVID, we stopped doing it, but now you can do it on a walk-in basis again.
Nice. I have to go and check this out because that's exactly what I need. I'm always looking for the right product specifically for my skin. So to make something myself that I know is going to be perfect for me sounds like a dream come true. And Tracy, you also have this really neat feature at Artemesia. Can you tell us about the create and take counter?
Mm-hmm. So yeah, that I was mentioning a little bit. So there's where you make your own things, and it's not.
Oh, that's the same thing.
It's
okay.
kind of a quick thing that you can do, and so you can do.
That's awesome. I thought it was like you create something, you know, like those like lending libraries.
Yeah,
like
I'm sorry.
Put a book.
Delay. That's the.
Share a book. I thought it was like you create a lotion and then somebody else like comes and like takes it. I thought that maybe that's what it was. I'm like, yeah, that sounds great too.
Yeah.
So Tracy, if people want more info, how can they get more info about your soaps, salts, and scrubs? And what are your store hours? And then you have production hours.
Yes. So my store hours are Wednesday through Saturday, 11 to 4. And then Sunday, Monday, and Tuesdays are the days that I make stuff. So I make pretty much everything in the store. So, you know, I have to have time to make it. And so that's what I'm doing those days. But I also do it by appointment. And so even though I open at 11, I do have people who like to, you know, confer after and, you know, trying to manage people's expectations with COVID and whatnot.
That is hard to do. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And Tracy, where is your store? Where are you located?
Yeah. I am located at 6538 Taverdi. So we're like across the street from Trail Dust Town. It's a great little plaza. They have so many cute, fun stores in here, in addition to mine.
And that's close to me, so I have to go check that out.
It's a very fun place. You could go get you a coffee at Savaya, and then, you know.
Love Savaya. Savaya has great coffee.
You have to pop in and say,
you can pop over, make some soap, make some lotion. Okay, and then you can go play some golf at Golf and Stuff, and then you can go get a steak dinner at Trail Dust Town. It's like everything is right there. I love that. Well, Tracy, thank you so much for taking the time to come on to Candidly Krystal and talk about Artemesia and being a Savonier and for sharing your amazing products with us. It means the world to us that you sent us products to check out. And if you'd like to check out these amazing skincare products, go to buyartemesia.com and you can check out all the line and all of the things that Tracy has for you to offer. So Tracy, thank you. I will be stopping by because we love your products. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for coming on Candidly Krystal. And you guys heard it. You can check out everything online by artemesia.com. The address is on the screen right there. Take a screenshot so you have it right there saved into your phone. Let me tell you, I have been so pleased with everything that she sent us. Because my skin is the way it is, I'm always looking for a good exfoliant, a good scrub. And her smells and the consistency, she just knocks it out of the park. So go tell Tracy Candidly Krystal sent you.
Yes.
And go spend some money at a local business. Let's show our local businesses some love. So thank you, Tracy.
And she's so sweet. So sweet. So yes, I can't wait to talk to her without delay and technical difficulties and all of this stuff because yes.
Now you got me wanting to like break this open right now.
Girl, you better open it with your teeth right now and get you some exfoliation on that.
I can't wait, to be honest.
Yeah, that stuff is really impressive. I dug it. Everything she has is great, and I can't wait to get more. And what's also great, yes, Kat!
I had to. I'm sorry. Yeah.
We needed it. We earned that. So I also am excited about this next guest because he is a man of many talents, dare I say, a Renaissance man. He does it all. He can do your taxes and play your saxes. We are excited to welcome to the show the one and only tax and sax man himself, Kevin Shumaker.
Howdy, howdy.
Hey.
Can you ladies hear me all right?
We can hear you great. Sounds
We
awesome.
can.
I am loving
You look
how you
good.
sort of changed the backdrop.
You
oh,
did.
Man, look at those.
You flipped the script.
Yeah, get some art in the picture, sure. That was really nice to hear the conversation you had with Tracy. Like it's really true that the nice soaps, I mean, you're putting it on your body and that feels so good. It's a very important thing. And yeah, that stuff.
It is. It's your largest organ is your skin. So you got to take care of it.
That's a good point. That's a good
I'm
point.
excited. We got to make a plan to go there, Krystal, because I want to try some of her other stuff out and all the smells that she has. So
Sure.
I want to
thank you for
make
saying that, Kevin.
I want to make my own lotions.
I know.
That is so cool. I've never been able to do that before. Yes, sign me up, please.
Absolutely.
But Kevin, you have a lot of great stuff going on for you as well. This is your busiest time of the year. You have tax day right around the corner, but actually, wait, it just got pushed back a little bit to Monday, May 17th. Those of you who are stressed out thinking, man, April's tomorrow, you have a little bit more time.
I didn't know that.
You didn't know that, Bino? It took our show.
Good to know.
Hey, if you need a good tax guy, I know a guy who's really good.
Yeah, you might know a guy. But Kevin, were you excited when you heard the news, or does it like throw a wrench in things? Like, what did you think when you heard it was pushed back?
I mean, it was mixed. I kind of looked forward to having a little bit of break, from work. But I think overall, it's a better idea to give people a little bit more time. Make sure that you get the taxes done properly, because it's a kind of a big deal. There are so many things that are involved. And a lot of things are changing now, the way that we're all living in today's, life. Here we are. We could be hanging out in the same room, if not for, whatever. And yeah, I think it's actually better that we get a little bit more time to just resolve the finances.
Yeah, no, I agree. And you know what? A lot of people in 2020, their employment status changed from either unemployed or like myself, I was knocked down to an independent contractor, which I've never been before. So the more time we can get to sort of wrap our heads around that, you're right. I'd say the better. Kevin,
and that's
I
actually,
have to talk about this email on the screen though.
Yes.
What is going on?
And sax at
That's
Gmail.
me.
So here's my question. When someone gets their tax returns, you're like, hey guys, I'm sorry, you owe $4,000.
I can play a little bit.
Break it to them like that?
Well, no, if you do your taxes through me, you're not going to owe $4,000. That's not possible. But
yes.
I mean, I will serenade. That can be part of the equation. That's fine.
Yeah, it can soften the blow.
Yeah, I mean, I like it when things are nice and smooth like that. So
sorry, your business took a loss. I'm just kidding.
Oh my gosh, that's great. Always keeping it sexy over here. And so Kevin, nobody likes doing their taxes. Like nobody, like ever. And mine have always been a struggle for me. Since I'm an independent contractor because of my gigs that I do, my performances, and I'm self-employed with my voice lesson business. You've been my tax preparer for the past 5-6 years. I kind of lost track.
Yeah,
and you've been the biggest help, like truly a godsend for me. So what would you say to somebody who says, I got TurboTax. I don't need any help. Like, why do I need a tax preparer? Like, what can you do for me? What would you say to them other than blow a really face-melting sax solo in their face?
Yeah, I would say, more sax, less tax. That's the best answer, really. Just need a little more sax, and then you get a little less tax, and it's good. I'm familiar with, the self-prepared option, And sometimes that is a okay path, but there are so many things involved with preparing taxes. As a perfect example, we're talking about how everybody's going through these changes. Part of the newest stimulus bill included a provision that is a $10,000 deduction for against unemployment income. So if you're receiving unemployment, you actually can get up to $10,000, $10,200 of that tax free. And that's something that a lot of people aren't aware of. And of course, I mean, there's so many different things like that that come up, and it's important to be aware because I mean, we're talking about your finances. This is the bottom dollar, you know. I like to equate it to, you know, everybody we brush our teeth because we very, you know, this is important for us, right? But then at the same time, we go to the dentist to get the parts that we might have missed, you know. And so that's why you should, you know, talk to people that are looking out for your best interest. I mean, that's what I'm trying to do with you, and I'm glad to hear that you had positive experience when we talk. And I like to explain the details of what's really going on so that you know what's happening with your own money. It's an important thing, right?
Very important thing.
That's
I think
great.
we also need to go back. Francine on Facebook said cats out of the bag.
Cats out of the bag, everybody.
I like that. Cheers to that. Absolutely.
Yes.
And may I say
that? Go ahead, Chris.
Lady Cats. Cheers to the Lady Cats. Final four.
Yes.
I'm
that's
like 5 times.
Amazing. Oh,
just finish your drink for the Lady Cats. How about that?
Sweet.
Oh, look. Now he found out that he can make us drink too. Oh, it's on now.
Cats out of the bag.
Again.
The joy that it brings you is the best.
So I actually have a couple questions.
Sure.
One, I want to kind of talk about what you just discussed with, you know, everything that happened in 2020 and some of the provisions. I don't know if this is true, but you're the tax man, tax and sacks. I'm going to ask you, somebody had mentioned that the stimulus that we received, that when they did their taxes, it affected them on the state side, not on the federal side. Is that accurate? Do you see that happening with people with the stimulus that they received?
So the stimulus payments themselves are not taxable to either federal or state. They're tax credits. So the same way, like let's say if you have a child, you know, dependent, you get $2,000 for a child tax credit. You know, I mean, that's what we've all decided is it makes sense to help support them, right?
Right.
The stimulus program made it such that there are certain advantages to claiming income that you receive, like I was saying, like from unemployment. There's a new deduction for that. There is also a way to, if you didn't receive your stimulus payments, that you can actually claim and file for those payments on this year's tax return.
What?
And, yeah. So the most recent one, right? The $600 payment that was went out to everybody a few months ago.
December, was it December? I think
January
or something.
Last year. A lot of people missed out on that just because they came in an envelope that didn't really look like anything, and you know, you throw it in the junk mail and whatever. Well, if you didn't receive that payment, if you have a good tax guy, you can declare that on the tax return and actually get that payment as part of your tax return,
which is a
That's
huge
good to know.
boost. So
it's $600.
We bring
per
up
person.
knowing a good tax guy, Kevin. You mentioned that the deadline has been pushed back to May. Does that mean you're accepting new clients?
I do have some availability.
Okay.
Thankfully, the deadline has been pushed back a little bit. And yeah, if I can help anybody out there with their tax situation, I've been preparing taxes professionally for over 10 years, I will say, and had my own firm now for about 7 years. So, and it's a really really important thing to just keep track of, and there's so much opportunity there, really.
There
you
is.
You have to know when situations change,
yes.
what you're looking at.
That's the difference between you and TurboTax. Like, you're a real person. Like, you can pivot on a dime and be like, all right, this is different because it's this year. And with COVID, everything is shifting so quickly that it's easier for you to read something, digest the information, and then immediately explain to your clients how that's going to affect them positively or negatively versus, going through software and doing all this stuff. And then if people already filed, then they can't, it makes so much more sense to me to have a real life person. And when you took over my taxes, like, the burden lifted off my chest was immense. So, like, I'm telling everybody right now, this is your guy, because he has made our lives so much better and answers all the questions that I have. Like, and I have probably the dumbest questions, but he sits there and he listens and he goes, no, maybe you need to try to write off less makeup this year on your taxes. And, I mean, but he really listens to everything that I have to ask. So thank you. You are
it's better
awesome.
to ask questions because knowledge is power. And that's how you learn the things that help us all from day-to-day life, we all, we can all share information like that. And it's something that, if you go through your self-prepared tax return, they're going to ask some questions, but I really try to provide a value-added service, right? Like, try to really get to know my clients, because that's what it is. It's a real relationship that I want to build with people and see them be successful and help make sure that they're getting the top dollar. Even though I am authorized by the IRS to represent my clients, I don't work for the IRS. I work for you guys. That's what's better, right?
Yes.
So
yes.
Keep money in your pocket, and
you should.
and make sure that we do all that.
You've been with me through marriages and divorces and buying houses and all the things and all the ups and all the gigs, downs and all the music gigs. And like here, speaking of music gigs, let me throw this up. Boom.
Yes.
There's
Fierce.
Somebody to my right that might look familiar. You might know him as Tax and Sax. And there's us on a gig. That gig was so fun. But all right, Kevin, we've discussed the tax. So now we need to talk a little bit more about the sax. How many saxophones do you own, and how long have you been playing?
So I started playing saxophone when I was 10 years old. So I have about 25 years roughly under the belt.
Just a little bit.
And went to U of A, University of Arizona. Go Wildcats. Exactly. Oh, we did it again. All right. That was me put on purpose.
Bear down.
Go
Cats.
Absolutely bear down. And it's amazing that through music, it's poetry, and it's something that is like a universal language, really. It's so amazing, so amazing. And I'm so happy.
How many do you own? How many saxophones do you have? And what's
I gotta know.
I gotta count them up. 1, 2.
You have them all right there by you?
They're like his babies.
I'm in the music room with my my friend made the saxophone art piece. And then I've got the seahorse over here doing pretty good.
Can you show my favorite saxophone? Can you show the Barry sax?
Oh, you want to see
what?
The Barry, the baritone sax. Yes, of course everyone wants to see the large one.
Alto saxophone. If anybody remembers the good old David Sanborn doing his shows a la Saturday Night Live type of, had a sweet show going on. And
if you're like in school band, that's the saxophone you get, is the alto sax.
Yeah, that's
right?
Because
it goes soprano is the littlest one. It kind of shaped like a clarinet. And then this is the alto. It's the next one down, the next biggest.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And I like as paying homage to good old lady cats. Do we know? We know. Oh, there we go again. We got it again. Okay. Cheers to that. Cheers to that.
But now you're gonna blow that through your saxophone.
That's okay. That's okay. Alcohol kills germs, right? I think it's good.
Okay, all right,
True
all
that.
right.
Just a little bit. Just a little splash, right?
Just a little something.
Just a little bit. A little splash. Just a little flavor.
Are you gonna play something for us?
Oh, please play something. Please, please, please. I have to. I want you to know that every time I pretended to play the saxophone, I was singing "Turn Around." I don't know why.
Really?
I heard that.
Did you?
Yeah.
Little bit lonely and you're never coming round. Did you see that meme where it's like turn around and then every now and then turn around every now and then the cop just is like, and now you're under arrest. Because it was the cop telling you to turn around. Can you imagine if you're under arrest and you kept singing?
He's all turn around every now and then I get a little.
Yep, that'll be me.
Yeah. Fair down.
Did you say it again?
No, he didn't.
Okay, Cats, I did.
Yeah, there we go. Fair down, Lady Cats.
All right, play something, Shumaker.
Give me a little something.
Okay. Yeah, you want a good one?
Yeah. No, I can't wait. Now I'm intrigued.
Well,
Yes, we want a good one.
You have to. So the one of you has to call out what song I am playing.
Okay.
Ready?
Okay. Boom.
Ready?
We're ready. We have yes.
Ooh,
Who's gonna win? Bird down, Arizona. Go, Cat!
Absolutely.
I love that win. I love that. Yeah, Krystal won, hands down, for sure. I love that anytime I've ever heard that song, though, it's like, bear down. And then you get Krystal and she's like, bear down. It's like, bear down.
Yeah,
That's the real version.
Uh-huh.
That's the real version.
Take your foot off our neck, Krystal.
But Kevin, can you please show everybody my favorite saxophone, which is the Barry sax?
I can do that. Sure.
It is the one that gives you that crunk in your favorite songs, like in Fergie's oh snap, when I come to the club, step aside. Oh snap! It's like bum, 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 bum. It's the beginning of Dancing in the Streets. Bum, 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 ba-da-dum, bum. It's that
exactly. Yeah, you got that like earthy,
that growl.
Like, real deep, nice tone. Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna go put that horn together, and I want to hear what you two have for your favorite saxophone songs.
Ooh.
Well, I just told you two of mine. The other one.
Well, those are good ones. Those are good ones for sure.
Yeah. The other one is Taylor Swift's "Shake It Off" that has Barry in it too.
Oh, sure it does. I like that.
Yeah, the whole beginning is just vocal and Barry sax.
See,
I'm
mine's
gonna
my
take the easy
personal
way
favorite.
out here and say "Careless Whisper." I mean,
That's fantastic. I would,
and that's alto, yeah.
Our Careless Whisper, Tequila.
what about Hall & Oates? Is it Maneater that has the killer saxophone in it?
Yeah. Also, Baker Street. That's a pretty hot one.
Yep.
Yeah.
Or, what Minute Work does? Who could it be now?
Okay, another one, Krystal. I know you're gonna love this one while he's putting his horn together.
Yeah,
Sade, Smooth Operator.
Sure.
That has a great sax in it.
Yeah.
Operate. Now see.
Okay, now go. No, go ahead. I'm gonna let you.
Now I'm going to my Sade place.
Give me one Sade.
Give me one.
Okay. Oh no, I'm on. Now you got me on the
pressure.
spot. And it's all the pressure, because that's the one I'd want to sing. Diamond light, I don't know the words of the song. In maximum joy. melody. No need to ask.
Are you all a believer in the sax squatch?
What?
The sax squatch? You don't know?
I think you're about to bring it out. I think you're about to show us
Bigfoot.
the sax squatch.
Sax squatch.
Yes.
Right. So you
I'm
saw
sure
the
you
other
have a million.
You saw the other saxophone, right? So this one is a slightly bigger foot.
Look at how huge that thing is.
Ah! That's,
wow.
That's pretty
You're
good.
over
Is
6
it?
foot.
Is it heavy? Pounds wise?
It's heavier than your average bowling ball, I would say. Probably, yeah. What, I don't know, what, 15?
It's the weight
pounds?
of a small child. Yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah.
Because I, as a band teacher, I never had kids who could play the bari because they literally physically couldn't lift it. Like, and there are like
that's how I got elected to play baritone sax. They're like, oh hey, look,
you're tall.
Here you go.
Yeah. Yep. That's how it happens. That's how I got my tuba player. He was big, like a lineman. I was like, hey, you want to play tuba? Great. So the instrument finds you, like the wands in Harry Potter. And so Kevin, how tall are you now? Like 6'1", 6'2"?
Yeah, that's 6'2", I guess, in metric. Pretty close, yeah.
And so you saw how long that was compared to his body. That gives you an idea of how big this thing is. And the amount of tone that it puts out always is impressive to me. I did actually end up having a bari sax player my very last year teaching. He came from another district and he was amazing. So I would pick songs just for him. I'm like, all right, yeah, everybody's great in the band, but we're going to do the song that has a bari sax feature.
Oh, yeah.
And then when I would hire Kevin for these horn band gigs, because it's a rhythm section plus 3 horns, him and the guy with the long hair next to him, Brian Hicks, and then the guy in the end is a trumpet player, Carlos. The saxophone players had to keep changing saxophones because each song had different things. Because anytime I could feature the bari, I would.
Yeah.
And I would just stand on stage and look at Kevin and be like,
yeah, you can be, it's really, like you said, the sound of it, it is a voice, you know, like we all have our voices, and when you're making music, it's a language, right?
And the funny thing is that if you sang, Kevin, you'd be a baritone. So it's great that you your singing voice and this instrument are the same.
I can hit the high notes.
I'm not saying you can't. I'm not saying you don't have a falsetto, but I'm just saying based on your height and the amount of resonance you have.
I mean, I'm about to kind of jump in and say, prove it, Kevin, if you can hit those high notes.
Oh, you got some notes coming in?
Yeah.
Right.
All right. Yeah, I'm ready.
Yeah, you ready?
Yeah, I want to hear it. Love it. What's the lowest note you can hit on the bari?
That would be a C concert pitch, which is kind of like this one, but it's more like this one, but it's more like.
Yes, that's why I love the bari. Right there, right there.
Oh yeah.
I love it. You know what? The more I hear the saxophone by itself, the more I realize it is one of my favorite horn instruments because I feel like, I mean, and I don't know enough about music. You guys do. You guys are the pros here. But I feel like it's so versatile. You can do so many things with that particular horn that maybe you can't do with other horns. Is that a fair?
Yes. I think it's the closest to the human voice. Would you agree, Kevin?
Yeah, I think that's true. And it really does. It lends itself so well to either rock and roll. You can play like sweet classical music if you want to, and everything in between. You know, you can do salsa. You can have R&B, and it really is. It speaks. It's like it is a voice. You know,
it is
when you talk through your instrument, and you tell a story, little poem.
Yeah, it can whine, it can yell, like it really mimics the human voice more than any other wind instrument, I think. I don't know. Oboe's kind of whiny though. Oboe kind of gets me a little bit, but I don't love it. The same as the Barry sax. No.
Yeah,
It's the best. And
exactly.
Kevin, you are so.
Oh, well, also, I will literally. You go, please.
Yeah, he's growling at us.
I have to ask. Krystal knows how obsessed I am with this movie. Have you seen the movie Soul, Kevin?
It's on my list. Tax season doesn't give me much time to do anything else.
Yeah, that's true.
But I know I've heard great things about it, and that is some of my favorite music of all time. I need that. Like my favorite performance experiences outside of playing with Krystal's band was playing with the Temptations and the Four Tops. So that's that real like heartfelt kind of music, you know. That's what it's about. That's what it's about.
Well, in the movie, it talks about people going into a zone when they're playing. And I can only imagine what that sounds like for you, Kevin, when you are on the sax and you just are in a zone and you just go. I bet it's probably just music to our ears.
He's the best.
As that sounds. Yeah.
He's the best because here's the deal. He was the dance captain of the horn section. So anytime I have a horn section and Kevin's there, I'm like, Kevin's in charge of the moves. Whatever he does, you follow and you copy him. And he's over here like, bah, 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 bah. Yes, Christine, Kevin, you are great.
Fool you, you know.
Oh no, he's got the moves. So he would be in the full-on zone, making the party happen every time on the stage with the saxophone, with it switching saxophones and everybody else. Hey, we got this song, like running stuff. And that's why I love Kevin for playing saxophone, and that's why I love Kevin for preparing taxes, because he's running all the things in all the ways in the best way possible. So, Kevin, thank you so much for coming on to our show and for sharing all of your expertise with us.
I want one more riff. Can you give us one more just little riff?
I can do one. I can do one more. Let's see here. What do we like? What do we like here?
I like the low notes.
To the thrift shop before?
Yeah. Why don't we say that one? Yes!
Like that. And I also like a little shout out because one of my favorite shows is Reading Rainbow. Reading Rainbow. Take a look. It's in a book.
Yes.
How many times have you and me sang that together, Krystal?
A lot.
Right?
See my face?
How happy she is, like that.
LeVar Burton.
You go to the next chapter and you just go.
Yeah.
That's it.
I love it.
Yeah, but you know my favorite, which I don't want to put you on the spot, but do you remember Night Court? Maybe I'm too old. You're younger.
I remember Night Court.
Wait.
Oh my gosh, I had the best sax solo in it.
Night Court. I'm thinking of Night. What is the? Okay, what is the song that's like?
Yes. Not that one.
What is that from?
Another one? That's a night. It's night something.
Yeah, no, this was a TV show, and the theme song was like I'm not sure if it was a tenor sax or an alto sax, but it was like ba ba na 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 ba na na. It was like. Do you like my air sax?
I need it. Yeah. No, I need to know this. I want to have every nicely known
iconic
saxophone on just off the cuff.
That one is pretty iconic.
I'm pulling it up right now.
I will deliver. You want
Are you ready to hear it?
Oh, this is the best. This is when TV theme songs were good. Ready?
Yeah.
That's a good theme song.
We need to have Kevin come on and play us, and we try to guess which theme song it is based off him playing it. We got to do that one of these times.
Oh, yeah.
That'd be great when he's done with taxes.
Yeah, exactly.
And he's all chilled out. We'll have him come
After
back.
tax, we want the sax.
Exactly.
Oh my goodness. Well, Kevin, you are a gem. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being so great at everything that you do. We appreciate it. Thank you,
very
sir.
Sweet for you ladies to invite me, and it was great to listen to everything y'all had to say. And I would be happy to come back and we can have a little jam session.
Yes, please do. We welcome it.
I cannot
Krystal
wait.
and I are a little too competitive sometimes, so just make sure you have like your red shirt on, a whistle.
Just want to remind everyone that I was the winner earlier. Just want to put that in there.
Save the receipts. We'll write it off on the taxes, you know.
That's right. That's right. I love it so much. All right. Kevin, thank you so much. And if you are needing taxes, you know who to call. If you need him to do your taxes or your saxes, you can contact him at taxandsax@gmail.com or give him a ring. You can call him right up, 520-869-8455, and he will provide all of the tax information you need or all of the sax information. They're both equally fantastic. And I am so glad that he was able to be on the show tonight. Yay.
I love it. You know what? Honestly, I think more and more I realize the saxophone is like my favorite instrument. I just think it's so versatile. You and me, how many times have we like literally talked about just Earth, Wind, and Fire? And the horn section there, like you and me both are like obsessed with that. So Kevin, thank you. That was I know I can see he's giving us thumbs up in the green room.
Yes.
We are fangirls of the horn section.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Earth, Wind, and Fire in general, but you know what I'm saying. Like,
oh yeah,
that was awesome.
I've hung out with Earth, Wind, and Fire on their tour bus with the horn.
It's not lotion or hand cream from Artemesia, so don't rub it in, okay?
You know, I mean, you hang out by the buses and then you say hi and they're like, yeah, let's hang out. And it was cool. They were cool.
Yeah,
they're really nice guys.
I dig it. I say we jump in to wind down time. What do you say?
Yes.
Yeah, our favorite part of the night. So I guess we should go back to, we got a comment from Skylar on YouTube. Go Cat.
Oh, here we go.
I will take it. Oh, Francine, the sax is so good. I see what you did there, Fran.
Mm-hmm.
Just got to
real
replace
saxy,
one letter
Fran.
in that word. Very sexy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. We know what you're up to, Francine, and we like it.
Like it a lot.
We like it a lot. Well, today was great. You know, we had wonderful guests. We have Artemesia with her wonderful products that you can get, and you can go to her shop and create your own stuff. How cool is that? Like, wow.
It's you know what I love about that is like you find a combination you like, you're not going to get it anywhere else because you just made it there.
No.
So go back, swoop some up of that, you know?
Yeah, and support a local business, and as well as Kevin Shumaker, tax preparation, taxandsax@gmail.com. If you need help with your taxes, he is the guy to go to. Love supporting our local Tucson businesses here. We also love supporting our local Wildcats. Yes, I said it. Mm-hmm.
One more shout out to our Lady Cats. We are so
yes.
excited. Friday, they are competing in the Final Four. They are taking on UConn, which is a #1 seed and sort of the favor to win the tournament this year.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So, and on the other end, it's Stanford and I can't remember who the other team is. Somebody in the comments, who is Stanford facing? But me and my husband were talking about it. We don't want to face Stanford. Stanford knows us really, really well because they're in our conference. So we're hoping that, you know, when we get past UConn, that we get whoever is playing it. Now I can't think of it. My husband's probably like, really?
You know who I think is going to win? And I'm surprised nobody's already said this. He's the obvious favorite, Larry David.
Come on. Wait, we need the other picture. No more
The
of these
good one.
recent pictures.
Let's put the good one up. Hello.
Listen, I'm having a hard time laughing at this only because if only some of you could see some of my pictures.
I was rough. I'm surprised nobody put one up.
I'm going to put one up right now that I found when I was in Colorado this last time, and I showed my kids and they laughed so hard at me. This was my junior year or senior year in high school.
Oh, the hair. I remember that.
Rogue. I was straight rogue.
You're cute
X-Men.
though. You're cuter than I was. Girl,
this is the best though. This will hands down be the best picture of all time.
You could have been a stunt double for Punky Brewster. Look at you.
That was kindergarten, okay? And I remember that picture. I remember thinking how fly I looked walking out the house. My mom crimped my hair, big hair, right? And then I had on that dress that had like 3D elements on it, like you could pull the antenna from the TV, with a pink skirt and cowboy boots. I just remember being like, why is this picture not full body? I'm just saying, like,
I am serving looks. You are ruining it.
Yeah,
that's great.
Yeah,
that's great.
That's why I couldn't laugh. I laughed at Larry David's picture, but I was also like, ooh, someone's about to bring mine out. Oh, look what your mom said. We should show EWF. Such a good experience.
My mom was there on the tour bus with me.
I'm so jealous.
It was a good time.
My mom has seen them in concert. We did not get the tour bus. She did not get the tour bus experience. However, my mom literally said from start to finish, she danced the whole time. That whole show.
Oh, yeah.
Sit down.
Oh, yeah. Once. There's nothing better. And when they start touring again, I will be there. But my secret dream is to be in an Earth, Wind & Fire tribute band. Oh, but like that's endorsed by Earth, Wind & Fire. You know, like there's going to come a time when they're not going to be touring anymore and they're going to like endorse somebody else. Oh, please, God, I'm putting it in the universe. Please let me be in that band. Please, please. All of my energy.
And I want tickets when it does happen.
Ooh, I already learned their moves. Like Philip,
my mom loves
he's
to
from
say
Denver.
This. I believe he went to East High School in Denver. Mom, if that's right. And then she was saying that so obviously not all the members are still alive. We know that. But one of the sons is a part of the group now. Mm-hmm. It was what my mom was saying. Because we were talking about all the members.
There's some younger. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And we were talking to all of them. Everybody's really nice. My favorite's the bass player, Verdine, because he wears the best outfits. And he took the time to stop and talk to me. He was like, oh, what do you do? And I told him I was a music educator. And he just like his whole world stopped. And he was like, what you do is so important. Thank you for teaching these children and teaching them the love of music. And I like had to hold back tears because it was like, wow, Verdine White like sees me. Like it was the best thing. So I love
just know
Earth,
that
Wind
what
& Fire.
He said is 100% true. Like I personally am a huge advocate, this, of education, but especially the arts. And I think we found out in the pandemic, we can't really live without the arts. Some of you guys are going crazy without the arts.
We would kill each other without the arts. Yeah.
Yes.
It's important.
Yep. Oh, okay. So my mom said East Angel. So he did. He went to East High School in Denver. 3 original still playing. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Mm-hmm. So I'm ready. Whenever you're ready, got my moves. Sing a song. I was like, I would always rush the stage and like be at the front and do all the moves with them. I've seen them like 5 times.
Yeah.
And I would do all the moves with them and I know all the words. And that's what they said on the tour bus. They're like, you were down front. You knew all the words. I'm like, yes, I did. Yes, I did. You're welcome. I'm ready. Let me just stay on the bus.
Oh my gosh, I love it.
Where are we going?
We're gonna go. When they come, we're going. I told you I tried to go last year. We were supposed to go. We were supposed to go when they had the residency in May in Las Vegas. Got our tickets, everything. Then they pushed it to November. So we were like, oh, maybe we'll still get to go by then. Who knows what's gonna happen? Nope. Canceled the show, and I have been waiting to see them, and it is like my goal to see them with my mom. Like
that's like a good goal.
That's all I want to do, and my sisters too, because my sisters are huge fans too. But like That's all I want, is so that her and I can get our groove on
Yes.
while we're watching.
Yes, it's the most fun, and I will see them every time they come into town. Every time. But we want to leave you with a positive note. So we have a thought of the week for you. This one struck a chord in me. Strive for progress, not perfection. And I saw this quote and I thought, it's so true. Some days we're not going to be perfect. We just have to be happy that we made it through the day. And that's okay. So if everybody's healthy, everybody is safe, you have a roof over your head, you have food to eat, progress, you're moving forward, do what you can. And on the days you can do more, do more. But on the days you can't, cut yourself some slack. And that's what I got from this quote.
Love that. I think it's true. After the last year and a half that we had, I think for me at least, I can't speak for everybody, perfection is out of the window. Like it's just not going to happen. Every day, my goal is to just get up and be better than I was yesterday. And that is be a better mom, be a better wife, be a better friend, be a better co-host, be whatever it is. I just want to do better than I did the day before. And it's funny because ever since I was a kid, we used to pray with my mom every night, had this prayer. And one of the things that I remember, and now my kids say it, is please let us have a better tomorrow than we did today. And we usually end our prayer with that. And I always try to tell my girls that, especially because of the struggle that we've had this last year within home learning, that it's okay. Hey, today's over. Now we get to focus on tomorrow. So get some rest and let's have a better tomorrow than we did today.
Yeah. This is definitely not a straight A year for my kids with the homeschooling. It's like, let's just not fail. How about that? We're going to get through the year. Next year's a better year, and we're just doing the best we can. So it is important to cut yourself some slack, and we appreciate all of you tuning in with us every week. We hope you've enjoyed our show, and remember that you can find out where we're going to be and where we broadcast to on candidlykrystal.com. And if you'd like to join us, or somebody that would love to be on the show, please email us at candidlykrystal.com. We are here every Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time now, and we love hanging out with you. So thank you so much for being here. We hope you have a wonderful evening. Bear down!
One more to end the night. Okay.
Yes.